So if you took a look at the handout that we gave out, and you took a look at the state of Florida, in orange are all the counties that have a higher crime rate than we have in Collier County. And in green, beginning with us, have the lower crime rates. So clearly, when you look at this picture, it gives you a very good impression as to where we are with regard to safety in Collier County. The remainder of the counties that have a lesser crime rate than we do, none in South Florida, none south of I-4. Most of them are in the Panhandle, and they have populations of only 30,000 to 90,000. So they're really not even able to be compared with us. So it's something that you, being a participant in, because you help us get that way, it's something for you to be very, very proud of in the state of Florida, that you have one of the lowest crime rates. In the last 4 years, we now have the lowest traffic crash rate. And in fact, we're down about 20% since 2007. And what that means is less property damage, less injuries, and less fatalities. So we have safer streets. And actually our traffic fatalities in Collier County over the last 6 years, because that's how the state categorizes it, we're down by about half of where we were 6 years ago. So again, that's very important. So whether you're looking at crime safety or traffic safety, we are one of the safest communities in the entire state of Florida. And I would wager to say throughout the United States, if you started to look at our numbers relative to other people and other communities. How do we get there? You know, a lot of people ask, well, you know, how can we possibly reduce our traffic fatalities or reduce our traffic crashes? Because on that first day of February in Collier County, driving on roadways, it's a little frustrating and a little busy, isn't it? And you wouldn't expect that we would have such a safe roadway system. But the way you do that is it comes back to you as the drivers, of the residents, of the community. And in Collier County, we have the highest seatbelt usage rating at 93.7%, and it is the highest for the entire state of Florida. So if you put that together with strong educational programming for driving and a strong enforcement element from your law enforcement, particularly for aggressive driving, for drunk driving, put all that together and you can actually make a difference. And you actually have made one in Collier County, creating a very, very safe environment. So that's something that's important. We thank you for your participation in that. But I also have to recognize the men and women of the Collier County Sheriff's Office, the Naples Police Department, and the Marco Island Police Department, who all work together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to make sure Collier County remains safe. And it's been a difficult couple of years. I can tell you that in the years I've been involved in administrating law enforcement organizations, and that's probably been a good 20 years out of my career, the last 4 years economically have been the most challenging that I've ever seen, because we have seen the worst economic conditions in the last 70 years. And how do we continue to provide the level of service that is important to you, that you expect from us, and continue to do it with the dollars that are available? Well, one thing is you might say, well, you know, how have you done that? Have you requested additional funds? Have you raised taxes? Because that's the only way it happens, because our ad valorem taxes in Collier County have been dropping. And I can sit in front of you today comfortably and tell you, again, because of the great work of the men and women in our organization, our finance people, and the background I was able to develop coming from city manager from the city of Naples, having an MBA instead of another degree that I didn't think would help me that much, but on how to run a business, we have actually been able to reduce our operating budget from $152 million to this summer in June when I submitted a $132 million budget. That is $20.6 million in savings to you, but over the last 4 years, that has accumulated to saving U.S. taxpayers more than $48 million. And we still are one of the safest communities in Collier County. So we're very, very proud of that. It's very, very hard to do, as you know, just as each of us are doing in our home budgets, but that's what we should be doing. We should be running at optimum efficiency, and that's where we are. As we start to grow, hopefully our ad valorem tax base will grow along with it. We're going to see some positive move. It will move forward. As we do that, we're going to need to maintain our staffing in some areas, but in some areas we'll probably have to increase. But we're going to do it along with our ad valorem tax base. So I won't be going in asking for any additional money over what our ad valorem taxes can fund. And if there's an issue, a particular individual issue, I will come and make a case to you and get your concurrence as to that's a direction we should go. But we're actually set up very, very good for the coming days.